Good morning. How are you? Saturday. Those of you that are on the golf course or snoring or whatever, you'll watch this later on this afternoon. Maybe, maybe not. Uh, Not too many people watch my videos, but I enjoy doing it, so screw them. Okay? Um, what was I going to say? One of the things that we have to watch out for with this election coming in, there's a lot of articles I start to read, and some of them are coming from major news agencies. Some of them are coming from, you never know whether it's true or not. But it would appear that Trump is massing or not, maybe not himself, but the people supporting Trump are massing a force to prevent the legitimate voting or to alter the voting laws so that legitimate people that voted last year can't vote this year, or last time can't vote this time. But you get the idea. And there's stories that there will be armed personnel from the Proud Boys or whatever, one of these other organizations present at all the voting places, is like states like Michigan and Minnesota and Colorado and what have you. And we can't let that happen. Now, unfortunately, the governors of the state control the National Guard or whatever you're going to put in place to stop this. So in some places it won't get stopped. Or maybe it will if enough good people turn around and show up, and unarmed good people. Okay? Don't want to turn this into a war, but it's quite possible that it will evolve into military style conflicts. Trump's an idiot. The megas keep saying "Make America Great Again." Well, what is not great right now? The economy's a little soft. Oh, wait a minute, I don't make enough money. That's a problem. My taxes are too high. Property's too expensive. Food costs too much. Well, that's all things that we did to ourselves. Through oh, normal economics, I guess you would call it. So we've done this all to ourselves. There's nothing that any president has done to this country. It's all just stuff that happens. Some of it comes in cycles. Some of it not. Some of it is just rich people playing games with us. So how do you plan on straightening everything out? I haven't seen a plan. My greatest example of the Republican Party saying they don't want something and not coming up with an alternative of any kind really goes back to Obamacare. Man, they couldn't take it. A black president came out with this plan. And at first, a lot of people didn't like it, but now people have accepted it and like it. Okay? But back then, and still today, they want to get. Trump desperately wants to get rid of it. He wants to put a Trump care plan on or something like that. I don't know. Fine. I don't care. Personally, I'm not affected by it, but I mean, it's not something I'm going to get excited about because they don't do anything. They don't have another solution. They've never presented anything, not something that was no good. They just haven't presented anything. And if they got a problem with something, you don't want to present a contrast. Let us make a decision. Put forward a plan. If you think it's better, fine. If it's not, we'll tell you. But they don't put forward anything. They just talk. Since even before Obama left office, when what's his name was blocking the Supreme Court nominations and everything, nothing's getting done in this country, seriously, unless it's an absolute necessity, like making sure the government gets paid so that these clowns in office can get paid, which whatever they're paying them, it's too much. How do you want to make America great again? I don't know. What's making America great again? A huge army? Let's invade Russia? I mean, come on. I think America's a great country because while I lived there, I was able to wake up every morning, go to work, make a living, come home, party, go fishing, do whatever I wanted to. Nobody was standing around the corner saying you can't go there. Nobody was saying, hey, you can't do that. You know, I mean, when I say that they weren't saying that, it's they weren't denying me my ability to make mistakes. You know, they weren't denying me my rights. That's what, in order for Trump's policies to make America great, will deny the American public their civil rights. He will bring back Now, he won't bring back slavery directly, but he will bring back segregation. He'll destroy the health system. He'll put military in charge of domestic programs, policing programs. I just, you know, you're going to look at it. It's not just a dictatorship. I mean, it's I guess dictatorship is the only word that I can come up with right now to describe it. But that's the way it's going to get. I don't think that's making America great again. I think there are minor, well, in some cases, major adjustments that need to be made. But I'm not so sure that they'll make America great again the way Trump wants to, but they'll make them great again the way we want it to be, you know. I'm amazed at racism, you know, because if you go back through the history, all right, it was said in the American Indian Wars that the black soldiers did more of the fighting than the white soldiers did. Civil War, black soldiers fought on both sides. In World War I, black soldiers fought, but they weren't allowed to integrate. Why? What's the difference? If the guy's willing to stand next to you and protect you, what difference does the color of his skin make? You know. You know, as long as he's not sitting in the trenches, smoking dope and getting crazy and stuff. I mean, who cares? He's a good guy. We're all the same. We're all Americans, and we're all fighting for democracy. But Trump doesn't see it that way. Trump sees something wrong with the way we operate. He doesn't like the fact that black and white people have to get along in order for the country to survive. He hated Obama, and he still hates Obama, and what Obama accomplished, because he couldn't accomplish anything major. He did some minor stuff. Some of it was good, some of it was bad. You know, that's typical of a lot of politicians. But he is not a politician. He is a totalitarian. All right? He says he has the art of the deal. He knows how to make deals. Every time he touches something in the last 25, 30 years, it's gone downhill. It's the fastest bankruptcy of any casino I've ever seen in my life. This company he started isn't solvent. He took a website, Truth Social, and he decided he merged it with another company, and he decided to take it public, and it's losing money. He's lost a couple of $1 million worth. He hasn't lost anything. Don't let him cry to you about he's lost money, because he hasn't lost anything yet. He'll only lose money if he tries to sell it. Then he will lose money. At the moment, his money's still in the bank. Got to understand that, all right? That's a very important factor, all right? Only if you try to unload the stock now, will you lose money? Because if you bought it when it came out and you sell it now, you're going to lose money. Guaranteed, it's done. You're going to lose as much as $40 a share. Okay, but in terms of what you've actually lost, nothing yet. There's still chances to recover the money. There's still a lot of things going on. So Trump didn't take a $2 billion loss because, first of all, he never invested $2 billion. So how can he lose $2 billion? The net worth of the company is the same, but he didn't buy anything when it started. You know, he was given shares. His name was used. You know. Make America great again. Get rid of the Trumps, the Marjorie Taylor Greens. Get a few more McCains in there. Maybe a couple of Trumans. I don't want to say FDR because that looks like I'm going too Democratic there. You know. That's a thing. You know, people ask me, "What are you, Democratic or Republican?" I'm saying, in the elections that I vote in, which is a lot of the local stuff in America, which I still vote in, I vote for the person, not the party, because I don't like the Republican Party. You know, I don't like what they stand for right now. You know, and I'm not so sure Democrats are much better in some states. So you know, I don't like politics. I was involved in it a long time ago for the Democratic Party, you know, and this is something I had to do for my mom, is to help her keep a job and whatnot, you know. That's when I learned that there's no such thing as a secret ballot, you know. You go to a voting place in New Jersey, they have voting machines, okay? You sign the voting register to vote that time. They tear the paper out, give it to you, give it to the person at the booth. You give it to the person at the booth, it goes on in a specific order. Okay? Now there is a tape inside that machine. There used to be a tape inside this machine. I don't know whether there's a digital record right now, I think, in the new machines that they're using. They can match that digital record to the slips of paper and tell you who you voted for. So there's no such thing as a secret ballot. So that's why I had to vote the way I had to vote and everything, you know. But then I didn't vote for almost 20 years because it was disgusting. You're voting for the lesser of two evils. This is a clear. This is definitely not the lesser of two evils. This is either you're voting for an evil scum or you're voting for an elderly gentleman. It's not the lesser of two evils. Because I don't think there's a lot of evil in Biden, but there's a hell of a lot of evil inside Trump. And he says it every day. He tells you what he's going to do. And people say, oh, it's just this. He's just shooting his mouth off. No, he's not. You know? If he gets immunity, he will have people shot. Just because he can. That's the kind of fucked up individual he is. Look, it's Saturday. I've ruined the weekend. Well, what the hell, you know? Let's see. Tiger made the cut in the Masters. Not that I care about him too much. I never got him, you know? He appears to be a black man, but he does not call himself black. Apparently there's a different nationalities involved in his parenthood and everything, which I have no problem with. You know, I'm not saying, I just think he's kind of, you know, he dates only blonde-haired white women, as far as I can tell. I'm not sure. There might be a couple of different races involved there, but mostly, you know, blondes, white, athletic women. Well, I'm not a favorite of blonde. I don't like blondes, so what are you saying you don't like blondes? Because they bring me bad luck, dude. You know, I like auburn, redheads. You know, brown hair, whatever. I do like boobs, though. Anyhow, that's it for Saturday. I doubt very seriously I'll be back later on because I don't think anything's going to happen spectacular. You get these guys that have nothing to do, and they sit around and they write and they put up their videos and stuff like that for political videos and everything on a Saturday when nobody's going to read it, unless they're just as crazy as they are. So listen, have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. Watch the Masters. Have a beer or two. We'll talk. Well, we'll talk tomorrow. We don't know about what, but we'll talk tomorrow.